Hi guys! Don't worry about the mess. So, what are we talking about today? Well, let's see here. We are talking about a specific duo. Hi! Little kitty. Hey kitty, everybody needs. Hi guys! How you doing? It's Daddy, how you doing? Oh, hi Dad, hi everyone. She's adorable. As soon as I walk in, she just comes and sees me. This isn't a cat video, I swear. Lots and lots of cat videos out there. And this is how I am. Instead, we're going to be discussing... What are you doing? Instead, we'll be discussing a different cat. A specific Lombax, I assume. So, to anybody who's watching this, obviously the title's in below. What are Lombaxes? Well, Ratchet and Clank. Look it up. But let's get talking. Don't look at the background. Don't look at the background. I'm just doing my thing. Point being is that, man, this is getting annoying. Yes, admire everything in the background. Everything. Just admire it. Now, what are we going to do about a movie that I've been waiting for 12 years? Is it good? Is it going to be terrible? This, of course, will be a spoiler-free review of the movie. The movie just came out. A lot of you, to be honest, there's no advertising for this movie. What are you guys doing out there? Anyways, go see this movie. That's all I got to say. You know, it's a movie you got to experience with yourself. But why am I telling you to go see this movie when I haven't even got into the review? My review for this movie is not bland, it's nothing. It's my personal thoughts, not from a critic's perspective. I repeat, I'm not talking through a critic, I'm talking through a personal experience. Now, is a movie based off a game any good, you may ask? Well, that's a good question. It can be, or it probably won't be. A lot of you who will go see this movie will be like, you're crazy. You're crazy. I thought it was phenomenal. I did for what it is. What I, for practically 14 years, people have been asking, what about a movie? Where's a movie? Where's a movie? The first game blew everybody's mind at the time. And then they did a second one. Wow. Then they did a third one. Wow. The second game, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, was for me a personal. That's what I started with, and then I found out that was the sequel, not the first. So I went out and played it. I rented it at the time because rental places. This, and then they released a bunch of others. So I can name you all of them because I quite literally have the love for this series. So, that could be a topic for another time, but I'm not going to talk about that. Where's the disgusting videos and all that? They're coming. They're really coming. I've just been dealing with a lot. Been trying to cope with stuff. 100 subscribers special still coming. But aside from that, what I got to say about this movie is that it's not the most perfect movie. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely not perfect. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Now, the games are good. The games are amazing, But for me, it's been 12 years. After 12 years of playing the games, I think it was time to just, enjoy and actually relax. The one thing I gotta say is that I'm really surprised because they added a lot of Easter eggs. They added a lot of, not just from the Ratchet games, but a lot of Easter eggs from other genres, very popular genres. Not genres, but other, characters. I'm not gonna go into it, like I said, spoiler free, but they added fan service. If you're a PlayStation guy and you love, PlayStation, you're gonna love this movie. If you're a Ratchet fan, you're going to love it. Now, if you're going in it for kids, the kids are going to love it. Unfortunately, I saw it
with, a friend, and there were probably, 3 people who loved the Ratchet, and then there was a family. 3 kids, mom and a dad, and I have to say this. The kids were so into it, and it reminded me when I was a kid. The feeling of Ratchet. I preferred this much over Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper any day. I enjoyed those, but for this movie, you have the guns, and then, not all the guns, because that would be a lot. Some of the guns that were in the movie definitely didn't make it into the remake. And of course they, like I said. The only thing that really peeved me off about this was that they did add the texting, like how popular is texting and whatnot. Nothing I can really do. This is my only gripe about the movie. I was actually laughing. It's child humor, but it's a cartoon. It's an animation. I personally was laughing through the entire thing. Well, that was me. I mean, you guys might go and you might think it's one of the most boring movies. But for me, it has placed a big hope. Now, the problem with me is that this movie just came out today. The issue is that because of how many people actually went to see the movie, it may not get a sequel. I hope that this movie gets a sequel. I really hope. Sony has terrible advertising. Go out and see this movie. Support this movie. You don't have to like it. You just got to go see it once, and that's good enough. If you like it, then great. If you don't, well, I'm sorry. You didn't have a good time. Pop culture was always really important for Ratchet and Clank. That's why I'm not too mad about the texting. Peeved off, not mad. I was, going in, getting really scared because I thought to myself I was going to be disappointed. And you know what, little girl? You know what? You can do the review with me. She always does that. She just wants to be beside me. Hi, little girl. I don't know what to name her. By the way, if you know of a name for that I could give the kittens, leave it in the comment. So yeah, just also my problem is, sorry, I'm just gonna take that as a little back. Just gonna go down here. My problem is that not a lot of people, a lot of people have just given up on the series, and I don't want people to give up. I want people to go out. I want people to enjoy it. I had a good time. If I was a kid, I would absolutely fall in love with this. Aside from, the weapons, Ratchet's very different. I can say this right now. Ratchet as a character, Clank's the same in this, but Ratchet as a character is a lot more Disney in this. In the fun fact of, in the older ones, he was very kind of rebellious and just, what? Kind of get away from me, kind of he'll smack a guy. He'll kick some asteroid, as the title from the movie. And he was very bad to the bone. In this, he's more happy and outgoing, and just, it kind of, I can accept it. I can accept it. Change is sometimes good, sometimes it's bad. This change didn't bother me too much. I mean, the only problem I have with this new series is that, just going off, the game itself, the new game, I gotta say, compared to the older games, the lip syncing is not as good. I didn't feel like in the game they did put that much emotion. But anyways, and also I was surprised from the people who voice acted Paul Giamatti as the main bad guy. How did the other characters do? Dr. Nefarious, probably one of my favorite villains this series. He keeps coming back, and I enjoyed that the fact that's the difference between the movie and the game. The very first game is that he actually has a backstory in this. He actually has more of a backstory. They've actually put time in, and that's why I want this. I don't care if they make more than 3 movies. If they make more than 3 movies, then whatever. It is what it is. But if they make There's 3 movies. I want to see just 3 movies. They don't have to make maybe 5, you know? I want to see the crack, you know, future Tools of Destruction and Crack in Time. I want to see those. You know, I want to see Ratchet go into his history. 5 movies, and that's it. You guys need to go out and support this movie. Now, surprisingly, I give the movie a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 because some parts, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because of the, you know, the media and how, you know, what it is. It's hard to explain, but without going into spoilers, but I'm not disappointed. The cutscenes from the game, the new game, like the movie, the small amount of scenes that they added from the movie on into the game, they used it differently in both. Like the PS4 version, they used it very differently. Like the old game feels different from the movie feels different from the new game. Surprisingly, I don't know what it was. Like each 3, I could play both games and watch the movie and be satisfied because I feel like, yeah, they use the same premise, but it's like it's multi-universe. That's what I like about this. So, you know, if you have a PS3, go buy the original or PlayStation Now, but I wouldn't suggest going there. Buy a physical copy. Go download Ratchet and Clank. Do it. What are you doing watching this really lengthy video? Go out, see the movie before Civil War comes out, because if you miss this movie, buy it on Blu-ray. Buy it on Blu-ray. Support this movie. Go. What are you... Yeah, seriously. Aside from that, thanks for watching this review. You know, now you know my thoughts. Not everyone's gonna like it, for sure. And, you know, if you got kids, great. A reason to buy it. If you're just a fan like myself, great. A reason to buy it. If you're not a Ratchet and Clank fan or a PlayStation fan, great. A reason to buy it. Because then you can learn about my you know what I mean? It's great. Batman review will be spoiler. Go out, watch this movie, and as Batman says, do you bleed? You will. Ding, 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 ding. Bye, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and put some hate on me. Put a haymaker.